Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Texas versus Oklahoma State college basketball matchup on Saturday, March the 2nd, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pick Dawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, people with big bankrolls, people looking for one-on-one concierge-style service. But those products are not available on the website. To get those, you got to text the number you see on the screen. So if you make big bets like I do, text that number. But let's head to Austin, where the Texas Longhorns taking on Oklahoma State. Texas's last week of the regular season as a member of the Big 12. Of course, they'll be off to the SEC next season, where, it's going to be tough competition there as well. I don't think for hoops it's going to be quite as tough as it is in the Big 12. In football, well, it's going to be even tougher for them, but still they're going to be facing tough competition there. There's a lot of good teams in the SEC, Tennessee, Kentucky, Auburn, right? I mean, it goes on and on, right? But the Big 12, I think, is a little bit tougher. Kansas, Baylor, right? Iowa State, and then some. But the thing is, here facing against an Oklahoma State team that really, has played poorly all season. They've been the worst team in the Big 12 overall. We saw some signs of life from this team, but then, it kind of got the rug pulled out from them in that loss against Oklahoma a week ago. You know what happened in that game? That it's just one of those moments where it just came down to late in the game, and Oklahoma popped the three in overtime, and as Oklahoma State was up by one, there was nothing that Oklahoma State could have done in that game to prevent that outcome. It wasn't like, it was bad defense, they left the guy wide open, any of that thing. You know what? Sometimes in college hoops, they just hit the shot, and that's exactly what happened to Oklahoma State. And it's been that kind of season for the Cowboys, as we've seen great players come through this program. Cade Cunningham, Marcus Smart. They've had a lot of good teams, but this just isn't one of those teams. 13th place in the Big 12, and coming off of that loss last time out against UCF, it was just a bad effort by Oklahoma State in that game. A game that they led a good portion of the way, but in the second half, UCF came into Stillwater and just beat them up. Meanwhile, for Texas, it's been kind of up and down this season. I think Texas is one of those teams that has a nice record at 18-10, but at the same time, I just don't find them all that believable. And I think because we haven't seen them string together wins in this Big 12 conference. Wins, at Texas Tech, which was phenomenal for them because we knew Texas Tech was going to be loaded for bear with the Horns coming in. The win against Kansas State, the win against West Virginia, the win at TCU. But in between there, the shots at the big boys, Houston, the shot against Iowa State, against Houston again, they had another chance, and then against Kansas. Losses in all of those games. So when Texas has played the best of the best, they've shown they are not one of the best of the best. The thing about this one is that Oklahoma State, maybe they're not one of the best of the best. In fact, they're not even one of the best or one of the good teams. But at the same time, I think they're at least competitive in this game. And I think that's what we've seen from Oklahoma State over the stretch of the last couple of at least the last month, a little over the last month. They've at least competed, and I think that's all they have to do here to cover the spread. I'll take Oklahoma State, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.